Hello everyone, welcome to yet another episode of Music of the Week. I will never stop doing these, although I may take a break soon because December is going to be the month where I relax a little bit and write scripts for big top 10 videos, but that's besides the point. So yeah, only 5 albums for this one, not really much else to go on, so let's just go in. We're starting off with Bullet For My Valentine with their 7th album, which is self-titled Bullet For My Valentine. These are a group from Bridger and Wales, and pretty much everyone knows that because Bullet For My Valentine are one of the most successful Welsh metal bands ever, and I have to be honest, it's just really nice to hear them giving a shit again after the last couple of albums. Like, the last 3 have just been so bleh. Giving this an A-. Really enjoyed this a lot more than I thought it would, honestly. It's not just that it's heavy, even though it is, but like, there's a bit more of better handling of it, and considering that Carl Brown works on it and he's worked with Welsh Sleeves on all their albums, and Carl Brown is usually great, in that case I don't really know what happened with Gravity because he was on that album too, and that album's kind of shit. But besides that, right, besides the point, yeah, really good work. Really love a lot of the instrumentation. Obviously, Padge, still a fantastic guitarist. Matt Tuck focused more on his screams, which is really good. And the new members that they got, well, the new drummer specifically, because I think this is their first album with him. I don't know his name. He fits in quite well. It might be the second album with him, but that's neither here nor there. Really good stuff from all of them. It's really nice to, again, just hear them sort of enjoying themselves a little bit more and to put together a much more cohesive sounding album. Solid in all aspects, and even the lyrics have improved, which was always a problem of theirs, even in their heyday they couldn't fully get a good handle of them. So really nice to hear them make all the necessary improvements. Well, it's not their best album, I still hold that to Scream Aim Fire. Really massive improvement for them in like the first time in a decade. We go from a well-established band to a debut. Helsinki, Finland Sphere out with their first album, Bleed Through. And I have to admit, I didn't really know what to expect. Like, as the months go on in a year, like, I often just add albums that I feel like, oh, I might like that. I really did enjoy this a lot more than I thought it would. Even get a B+. It's a really solid mix of, like, some older sort of heavy metal and hard rock tunes. It's got some really good balance to it. It delves into some really dark lyrical themes at times, and for a band from a not native English-speaking country, they speak English quite well on the album. And yeah, I wish they stuck to the darker subject matter a bit more, because there is a couple of like typical rock songs about partying and things like that. There is a pretty good theme about mental health and anxiety and sort of the and depression in a way, I think. And there's really solid performances. It's a lot better produced than I thought it was going to be as well. So yeah, honestly, much better spin than I thought it would be. Really liked pretty much all of it. Production's solid, so yeah, really well put together this. Next we go to a sort of new-ish band, in that this is only their second album, Toulon Francis Moonshine Oversight, with their second album, The Frame. So these are a sort of unique-sounding post-prog, sorry for the hair, it's always a mess, post-prog sort of group, and in a very unique spin on posty, proggy, rocky stuff. This one didn't really bore me to death or drag on more than it should have. Even though it is a fairly long album, I liked it a lot more than I thought it would. I'm giving it a B. A lot of the elements for this one really works. I like to think there was kind of a concept to the lyrics, even though there really wasn't. But, you know, that's the thing I like to make up in my head. Really like how there's sort of themes of like technology being bad, and again, some mental stuff, and there's a really nice bit of romance thrown in too. It's got a really good mix of themes, and it's, again, produced really well. The performances are rock solid, and I think I might keep my eye on these guys. I'm not the biggest prog person, because prog, I mean, we all know how prog do. It can drag on like hell, but I quite liked a lot of this, so yeah, maybe you will as well. I enjoyed this quite a bit. Also, there's some really good guitar work. Next we go to Austin, Texas with a band I actually covered earlier in the year with their last album, Portrayal of Guilt, with their new album, Christfucker, their first one since January's We Are All Alone. Or We're Always Alone. Anyway, yeah, so I wasn't the biggest fan of We Are Always Alone, but I did give it the benefit of the doubt because at least it mixed themes pretty well, with good mixes of hardcore punk and metalcore and black metal. This one just goes for straight up black metal, and I've listened to a lot of good black metal. I won't call this album that. I'm giving it a D. I really didn't like this. I don't know. I can't get behind Portrayal of Guilt. I just can't. I have no problem with the way they put their genres together, but they just had this attitude, and they're so grim about everything, and I don't like it. I just don't. This is not the kind of shit I want, honestly. And I know, yeah, black metal, it's not supposed to be the most exciting or happy genre. I get that. But, goddamn, this just feels so bogged down. It's so short as well. It feels so unnecessarily padded, and it was only, like, 9 months. 10, sort of. Since our last one. I mean, we didn't really need this quick. I know a lot of bands are working on new music immediately in the wake of the pandemic, but this is way too quick, way too rushed, and you should definitely not listen to it. And at the very least, this gives me an excuse to never talk about Portrayal of Guilt again, because I had doubts about their previous album. I didn't like it that much. I like this one even less. And finally, we head to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada for Youth Fountain. I almost forgot that, I've got the album right there. With their second album, Keepsakes and Reminders. So this was one I was quite looking forward to. I heard, one of the singles back in late September. It was between late September and mid-October. And yeah, I was looking forward to this one. And again, I wasn't let down. I'm giving this one an A-. Really solid mix of emo and pop-punk. Really layered, almost overly so, but not in an off-putting way. Really love a lot of the guitar work. I do wish there were more solos on this, but what we got was quite good. The lead vocalist, whose name I don't immediately have in my head, sorry, he does a really good job. Really great bass work as well. I really like the bass work. Yeah, there's just a lot going on. I like the production. It is a bit of a long album at points, but it does stick to a solid, good lyrical theme. And I know I didn't really point out what the lyrical theme for Christfucker was. I don't really want to, because I stopped paying attention. It sort of tried to tell a story about some grief, someone dying, I don't know. It was sort of a concept, but it was just crap. This one, though, doesn't go for a concept. It really goes for really nice themes that are typical to emo and pop punk, yes, but, the themes of mental health and, having to take drugs for it and things like that, and addiction, all really good. I said that way too happily. All really well handled, so yeah, really liked this album, and I'm looking forward to whatever Youth Fountain drop next, because they got me interested with this. So that'll about do it for this episode. I recommend, from this one, I specifically recommend every album except for Portrayal of Guilt's new one. Also, the name just puts me off. I'm not a religious person, but Christfucker is so fucking tryhard. It's such a tryhard name. They're such a tryhard band, honestly. Portrayal of Guilt is great. Is a great band name too, but goddamn, they need to tone it down everywhere else. But that's besides the point. Yeah, listen to New Bullet, listen to Fearhead's debut, listen to Moonshine Oversights the Frame, listen to Youth Fountain's Keepsakes and Reminders, and yeah, that's basically all I can really do. I will see you. Sorry if you can hear that rumbling noise. That's my cat snoring. I will see you all tomorrow night for PBW for ABW for a stream. And the day after that will be the very brief history of Ghost, I hope. And then the day after that, Thursday, should hopefully be the full backtracking episode for Ghost. So yeah, that's basically my plan for the week, and I'll see you all for that. And as always, thank you for watching. You're awesome. Bye bye.